That someone whose father's a Pakistani is preaching to us about the need for everyone to be homegrown.
I'm not saying.
What are you talking about?
No, I didn't say homegrown.
You did say homegrown.
I never said homegrown.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to play it back to you. Okay, let's get the clip.
Context.
Get me the clip, and when it's ready, we'll play it back. You said homegrown. Is your father still alive?
My father is still alive.
Okay, you're going to send him home?
No.
Your father's a Pakistani Muslim, but you want people to be homegrown Christians.
I didn't say homegrown Christians. Okay.
However, we will be posting the clip afterwards.
Great.
I'll give you one last chance, Ben Habib, to admit that you used the phrase homegrown. What's your citizenship?
British, American, Canadian.
You can't be three. You have to be dual national.
That's also a myth, you
don't have
dumb
three
bitch.
passports.
Whoa, what did you call her?
Yes, you can.
What did you call her?
You can.
Okay, I need you to stay with me for the next few minutes because what you're about to watch is one of the most awkward moments I have ever seen on live television, and I mean that. This man, Ben Habib, sat on national TV, looked into the camera, and basically argued that Britain needs to get rid of foreign cultures, and then, within the same conversation, casually mentioned his dad as Pakistani. I'm not joking. Keep watching.
I've lived in London for 17 years now. This bizarre obsession with Americans have with London and saying it's overrun with Muslims is because America has a history of Jim Crow, segregation, the ghetto, something Britain hasn't experienced and London hasn't experienced. After the war ended, they spread out council estates across the city. It's the only city in the world that does that. It's one of the most, we might have a little bit of segregation, one of the most desegregated cities in the world. It's something we should be proud of. And they can't stand it. They don't understand it. They can't explain it. They're like, why isn't it more like America?
Ashok, it's not right, though.
I just think
multiculturalism coupled with mass migration.
These are just buzzwords. We're talking about the empirical evidence.
No.
America's a segregated society. London is not as segregated, anywhere near as segregated.
We have got segregation right across the United Kingdom. We have got
nothing like America. Nothing like America.
Maybe,
the evidence
but
is
I don't aspire to make the position worse in the United Kingdom.
Why are these European settlers of America complaining about immigration?
Can I just finish my point? What we've got in the United Kingdom is lots of different cultures imported into this country, not homegrown, not part of traditional British culture, having a protected blanket put around them, being celebrated and promoted with our British culture being set aside. And these people are operating often in cultural silos, absolutely at odds even with each other. So, for example, when there was a cricket match, Piers, I know you're a cricket fan, when there was a cricket match between Pakistan and India, rival groups of Hindus and Muslims in Leicester went to war against each other over a cricket match where England...
Can I ask Ben? Hang on.
That is a cultural...
You make that a cultural thing.
Ben, am I right? Hang on, please.
That's a cultural breakdown in the United Kingdom.
Hang on, please. Ben, am I right in thinking that all your family then were all homegrown, going back centuries?
No, I'm not suggesting that from...
Well, where were they from?
No, the key thing...
Well, hang on. Where were they from?
My father's Pakistani. My mother is English.
So none of your family are homegrown?
Why are me and Ben fighting right now?
What's happening?
I feel like I want to fight Ben right now.
Can I just say...
How extraordinary that someone whose father's a Pakistani is preaching to us about the need for everyone to be homegrown?
I'm not...
What are you talking about?
No.
And Piers just can't help himself. How extraordinary that someone whose father is Pakistani is preaching to us about the need for everyone to be homegrown. And he's right. That is extraordinary. Ben built an entire political argument, and his own family is the counter-argument.
I never...
he's talking about assimilation.
Half America are complaining about
Okay, don't all talk at once.
You've accused me of saying people have to be homegrown. That is completely wrong.
You literally just said it.
No, what I said was we need cultural assimilation. We need a...
Homegrown was your phrase, not mine.
No, I didn't say homegrown.
You did say homegrown.
I never said homegrown.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to play it back to you. Okay, let's get the clip.
Context.
Get me the clip, and when it's ready, we'll play it back. You said homegrown.
Now comes the part where Ben digs himself even deeper. He starts insisting he never used the word homegrown, just flat out denies it. Piers tells him calmly, "You did say homegrown." Ben says, "No, I didn't." Back and forth, so Piers does something absolutely brilliant. He tells his team to pull the clip. Right there on live TV, he's calling for the receipts in real time. Ben's face in this moment is something else.
What we have set aside in the United Kingdom is a homogeneous, settled British culture because we have practiced mass migration from cultures that are different to ours, and we've protected and promoted them.
Like Pakistan?
Including Pakistan, Afghanistan, Syria, North Africa.
Is your father still alive?
My father is still alive.
Okay, you're going to send him home?
No.
Now Piers goes in for the kill, and this part is just brutal. Not mean, just brutally logical. He asks, "Is your father still alive?" Ben says yes. Piers says, "Okay, are you going to send him home?" Simple question. No escape.
It's not a matter of deporting everyone who is not...
What is it then?
It is a matter of having cultural homogeneity. So we are settled as
Your
a
father wouldn't be from cultural homogeneity.
But the Unite the Kingdom March...
Why wouldn't you deport your father?
Because I'm not going to deport people who are perfectly law-abiding and respect...
Deport anyone.
So as long as it's members of Ben Habib's family, they don't get deported.
This is so
But if it's anybody else from Pakistan, they all get sent home.
What we need in this country is a reversal of mass migration, and we need British culture, including our Christian constitutional and cultural roots, to be put first and foremost at the heart of our cultural settlement.
Ben,
this is where this country...
Is your father Christian?
My father is not... He's not really religious. He's drunk all his life as a Muslim.
Wow.
As a Muslim?
As a Muslim...
Your father's a Pakistani Muslim, but you want people to be homegrown Christians.
I didn't say homegrown Christians.
And then Ashok drops a quiet bomb of his own. He asks Ben, "Is your father Christian?" Ben goes quiet for a second, then admits his father is Muslim, a Pakistani Muslim, and Piers just goes, "Your father's a Pakistani Muslim, but you want people to be homegrown Christians." Wow. That wow from Piers says more than a 10-minute speech ever could. Because Ben has been arguing that Britain needs to protect its Christian constitutional roots, while his own father, who he clearly loves and respects, is a Muslim from Pakistan, the very culture he's been describing as incompatible with Britain.
I didn't say homegrown.
You did say homegrown, by the way.
You guys not see that modern
We can't,
Muslims
just to
are
be
not
clear to
assimilating
viewers
Britain?
watching.
How
To
do
be
you
clear,
not see
hang
that?
on, hang on.
Play it
Please,
back.
hang
Play
on.
it back and play the
To be
context.
clear, technically we can't play it back while we're filming the show.
Okay.
However, we will be posting the clip afterwards.
Great.
I'll give you one last chance, Ben Habib, to admit that you used the phrase homegrown.
While they're getting the clip ready, Piers gives Ben one last chance on camera to just admit he said it. This is almost generous. Piers is basically saying, confess now before the tape destroys you publicly. And what does Ben do? He still won't fully admit it.
If I used it,
Yeah.
I did not use it in the sense that you have to be born and
You have to be
of
grown
ancestral
here.
British lines. If I used it in a cultural context to emphasise the point that we need a settlement in this country. Can I just say one last thing? The government of this country defines cultural nationalism as being far right. You can go to the government website. It defines cultural nationalism as being far right. In order to have a society, in order to have a nation, you need a common culture. And in order to believe in, if we believe in our common culture, a British culture, we are now defined as far right.
You're the son of a Pakistani Muslim, for God's sake.
What
are you talking about, man?
My mother is white, English. Her father...
So she's okay?
No.
But your dad isn't?
And I'm okay. And anyone who
What
loves
does your
this
dad
country,
say about this claptrap?
He's absolutely with me.
Really?
As are many,
he thinks
many...
all Pakistani Muslims should be sent home, does he?
I never said that, Piers. You're talking nonsense.
You said we should have homegrown people in this country.
No, I'm afraid you've hijacked the whole debate.
I'm afraid you did.
You wish to racialise it. I'm not
Oh, my God, man.
You're racialising.
You're the one that used the phrase homegrown.
I am talking about cultural homogeneity, assimilation of foreign cultures into this country if they wish to come here. Otherwise, if you don't buy into what it means to be British, you don't like what it means to be British, you don't like Christianity, leave the country, it's fine.
But this is what's been said for going on a century now. This is what they said to the Italians who first came here in the 20s. This is what they then said to the Windrush generation who came here in the 60s and built the entire underground network in London,
That's
might
a myth.
I just add. What?
That's not true.
It's a
They
myth?
didn't
What do you
build
mean?
Britain. They were temporary laborers. They did not build Britain. That's an old trope
So they
that's got to
didn't-
go.
While all this is going on, Gavin McInnes, who is supposed to be on Ben's side, keeps jumping in and making everything worse. Ava Evans makes a solid historical point about the Windrush generation, and Gavin just says, that's a myth, just dismisses it. No evidence, no counter-argument, just myth, moving on.
What
Look,
do you
you
mean? If they
morons,
built the
you think we're
underground, then
racist.
they did build it.
Blend in beautifully with Britain. Hindus assimilate beautifully. Every other culture assimilates beautifully, but modern
He just
Islam
said that the Hindus
is
got
not
into a row
assimilating.
over cricket.
And Luton is a
So-
perfect example of that. You elites don't
Ben.
go to these countries. And May 16th
What do you
is
mean by
anti-you.
elite, by the way?
May 16th
What do you mean
is
by elite?
anti-peers.
Who's elite here?
I mean you. If you don't think that Britain has a Muslim problem today, you're an elite and you don't travel and you don't know working class people and you've never been
You've
to Luton
no
Town,
idea
and
who
you've never
I
been
hang
to
out
Birmingham,
with.
and
You
you've
haven't
never
got a
been to
clue,
Rotherham.
man.
Go there. Use your eyeballs.
I
You
don't think
haven't
you've
got
been
a
to London
clue
in a very
what
long
I
time.
do or who I see. Have you?
Oh,
You're
I
just
know.
spouting,
If you don't think
you're
that
just
Luton is
spouting
gone,
nonsense.
you haven't been. You have not been to Luton if you think it exists today. It is a fifth post. It is a Muslim city. It is over. It's gone.
it's mad.
It's
That's
been written
crazy.
off. It's a
Wow.
Muslim outpost.
A Muslim
Right.
outpost. Wow.
Go there. You can't arrest a Muslim there, or they'll take over the police
When were you
station and
last
whip them
in
out of
Luton?
jail.
He said
The
so.
cops
When were you
don't
last
arrest them
there? When were you last there?
5 years ago.
Oh, it was
I'm
seven.
He
close
said
with
seven.
Tommy
You said
Robinson
7 a minute ago. Which one is it?
every year. I was at the Unite the Right rally too. I'm British, you morons.
You're British.
Yes, my
Why
mother
are you
used to
occupying
shop in Luton.
America?
And it
What's
was
your
all
What's your citizenship?
British, American, Canadian.
You can't be three. You have to be dual national.
That's also a myth.
You don't have
dumb
three
bitch.
passports.
What? Whoa! What did you call
Yes,
her?
you can.
What did you
Of course
call
you
her?
can. I called her a dumb bitch.
Can you apologise, please?
Sorry, that was a bad word. I
Thank
lost
you.
my
I
temper.
appreciate that.
Yeah, it is actually. I just think, why would you do that?
I got mad. I used a swear word.
You just use a disgusting phrase to a woman.
What? Have you not been in an argument before? You use swear words in an argument. We're going to dwell on this like you dwelled on homegrown and ignored what's really going on here, which is
I tend to pick
class.
up on things. I think what people say, particularly when they get angry, can be very enlightening. Very enlightening.
And then Gavin just calls a woman a disgusting name. Live on TV, out loud, on camera. Piers stops everything. Gavin repeats it, then apologizes, then tries to defend it, and Piers just says, I think what people say, particularly when they get angry, can be very enlightening. In 45 seconds, Gavin told you everything you need to know about him.
I've got to watch this back
Yeah.
because I did not use it in any context.
Well, I'll bet you your entire net worth you use that phrase.
I
You're going
not
to
in-
take the
not
bet?
in- not in
You're going to
the-
take the
Oh
bet
my
or
God,
not?
stop
Yes or
dwelling
no?
on
not
semantics.
in a
Yes
racial
or no?
sense. Not
Oh,
in a
it
racial
absolutely
sense.
was
If I used
in
it,
a racial
it was in a
context.
cultural sense.
Oh, no.
It was,
in a racial
sense. No,
context.
I don't.
'Cause you
I'm
were-
brown. I'm brown. Turkeys don't vote for
Oh,
Christmas.
no, we found out what you are,
I-
which made it
perfect.
all the more baffling why you would
It's
use phrases
perfectly
like
clear
that.
what I am.
Are you calling a
One-
Pakistani a racist to Pakistanis?
Yeah, and this is the point about the United Kingdom march. Everyone wants to class the United Kingdom march as racist. Actually,
I haven't said that.
People do say it. They say
I
it's
haven't
racist.
said that.
People do
You
say
called
it.
Tommy Robinson a
They say
racist.
it's far right. It's racist. It's a bunch of white people who just want to deport everyone. It's rubbish. I spoke at the 13th of September. There were lots of different ethnicities present, but they had one thing in common. They love this country. They love its history.
Okay,
they love
we've now
its
got
culture.
the clip. Let's play it.
Yeah. What we've got in the United Kingdom is lots of different cultures imported into this country, not homegrown. The cultures are not homegrown. The cultures are not homegrown. That's the point.
Yeah.
The cultures are not homegrown. I did not
Exactly, I
use
got
it
you
in a
there.
racist sense.
You assured me you didn't use it at all.
Yeah.
They play the clip, and there it is, clear as day, Ben's own voice. Lots of different cultures imported into this country, not homegrown. The room goes quiet, and then Ben tries the most painful pivot you will ever witness. The cultures are not homegrown, that's what I meant. Piers looks at him and says, you told me, you assured me, you didn't use that word at all. There's nowhere left to go. The tape is right there. His own voice, his own words.
But you've taken, the cultures were, go and play the clip again.
Yeah,
the cultures were not homegrown.
Play it again.
I didn't
Hang
say,
on.
play
White
it
people
again.
calling a
Play it
brown
again.
guy
If-
racist.
if
That's
the-
what Britain
if
has
the
become.
powers of
Let me go to Andrew. Let me go to Andrew Wilson.
Yeah.
Andrew.
He is actually correct here, Piers. He said the cultures are not homegrown. So he's saying that these are foreign cultures which are coming
Absolutely.
in.
Thank you.
That's literally the context of that clip.
Right. But his own father is a Pakistani Muslim. So his culture
Yeah,
is
but-
not homegrown. So my point is
Well,
he's a
there's two-
flaming hypocrite. And he
Well,
doesn't
that's
want
not
his dad
his-
deported,
No, that's
obviously.
not his culture,
Because it's his
but that's
dad.
not his culture.
He just wants other
Wait, his father
Pakistani Muslims
assimilated.
I've never.
thrown out.
Another panelist, Andrew Wilson, actually tries to defend Ben, saying he meant the cultures are foreign, not the people. Fair enough. But then Piers cuts straight through it. His own father is a Pakistani Muslim, so his culture is not homegrown. My point is, he's a flaming hypocrite. He doesn't want his dad deported, obviously, because it's his dad. He just wants other Pakistani Muslims thrown out. And honestly, that's just the truth. Ben built a political argument that his own family completely disproves, and he didn't realize it until he was already live on national television.
I've never advocated for mass deportations of people who belong in this country, who buy into this country, love this country, are prepared to die for this country. I've got no issue with people like that. The people I've got problems with, who bring antithetical ideologies to this country and cause us, wish us harm, wish our wives, our daughters harm, and wish to set us aside. I've got a real issue with that.
And what cultures are they?
Their cultures, they are muscular.
Name one.
Well, let me tell you, it's far more nuanced than you might like to think, because you want to have a head-on, absolute head-butting
just name
exercise.
One. Name one.
But if you take lots of people in, for example,
name
as
one.
this country...
From where?
If you take lots of people in from places like the depths of Punjab, the depths of Swat, the depths of Kashmir, and who haven't had a... they haven't had a brush...
So from where your father came from?
They haven't had a brush... My father is an educated man. He got a PhD at King's College in London.
So which part of Pakistan is he from?
He's from Punjab, but he was educated.
So the depths of Punjab.
If you go to the depths of Punjab, you might find this funny.
Is he from the depths of Punjab?
If you import barbarians who are not even...
From the barbarians from the depths of Punjab, where your own father comes from.
You're determined to overspeak me and not let me finish my point. If you import barbarians...
From the depths of Punjab.
Who are not even... welcome in polite Pakistani society. If you welcome them into British society and you put a protective blanket round them like we have with progressive discrimination, you are going to damage this country, and that is what we have done.
But there is something utterly ridiculous about you taking this strong principled stand against people coming from the depths of Punjab
we have
barbarians when your own father comes from Punjab.
Don't assimilate. His father assimilated. This is a red herring.
How do you know his father assimilated?
We're talking about assimilation.
You don't know his father.
Modern Islam is not assimilating in Britain. It's incongruous.
Actually,
in fact, it's in the business plan. It's in the Quran. It says don't assimilate.
I'll bring Ashok in here. My understanding is that the vast majority of the 5 million Muslims in our country do assimilate quite happily.
And that's how it ends. Piers, calm, composed, factual, closes the whole thing out. The vast majority of Muslims in Britain assimilate quite happily. No drama, no shouting, just the truth stated plainly at the end of one of the most chaotic debates you will ever watch on live television. Ben came in with an argument. Piers dismantled it with 4 questions. Simple questions. Where is your family from? Is your dad still alive? Are you going to send him home? Which part of Pakistan is he from? That's all it took. Because the argument was never built on solid ground. And when you build something on shaky foundations, it doesn't matter how confident you sound. One good question, and the whole thing comes down. If you made it this far, drop a comment. What was the moment that got you the most? For me, it's the Punjab line. That was the one. Like the video if you enjoyed the breakdown, subscribe if you want more of these, and I'll see you in the next one.